What's up, everybody? This is Zaffa Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. Yeah, El Chingon is in the house, and we're doing a brand new What If. What if the Punisher became Captain America? So sit back, kick back, and relax, because this is one doozy of a story. Now, this starts off basically where Captain America is, the leader of the Avengers. This is kind of around the golden age where Iron Man, Beast, Falcon, Vision, blah blah blah. Beast is so good you gotta count him twice. But yeah, they were a basic team with Wonder Man, and they went off and they did their little adventures. And Cap, this was kind of like a dream team for Captain America. I mean, this is basically the best of the best. They all followed orders. This is probably one of his favorite teams ever. But there's something different about this Captain America. He has a temper, as you probably noticed. Hammerhead. Now this guy has a head made of steel. So you could say that he's pretty thick-headed. He attacks Captain America. As you can tell, this man has had experience dealing with him. He fires his Tommy gun. It doesn't do any good. But for some reason, Captain America loses it and says that it's time for him to be punished for his crimes, and he slams that shield down, killing Hammerhead. Can you guess who Captain America is? It's none other than Frank Castle, the Punisher. How did this happen? What happened to Steve Rogers? What happened to the Captain America? What happened to the mom in Apple Pie, Captain America we've all come to know and love? The Star-Spangled Man with the plan. I'm going to tell you, he ended up getting crippled on a mission, paralyzed, and he needed someone to carry it on. So who they put in charge? Gyrich. And if you know Gyrich is one of the main enemies in X-Men, the animated series, and Nick Fury. So they're trying to find someone, and Castle's the best candidate. He's done a lot of missions, he's done a lot of tours, he's won a lot of medals. But Vietnam is a much different war than World War II. Vietnam changed people. So did World War II, but this one was a lot more violent. There was a lot more things that happened in Vietnam. And the American opinion about the war actually changed the soldiers as well. Frank Castle is actually looking forward to leaving. He hasn't seen his family in years. And they selected some different people to be Captain America, like Leonard Samson, notably, J. Jonah Jameson's son, a few people here and there, and they all met their fate. Leonard Samson is actually noted for me because he's basically the Hulk psychiatrist. So all these Captain Americas go down. The only one that seemed to survive is, Frank Castle. But he got tired of wearing the stars and stripes. He felt it didn't suit him. Never did. Because he believes in a different brand of justice. His family died. They were murdered by mobsters. He doesn't believe in bringing them in. He believes in punishing them. So he puts his hand on the shield and thinks about the great man, a soldier that he respects, that he grew up worshiping as a hero. But he can't do it his way. As the Avengers basically have a meeting about Frank, what exactly they're going to do, how they're going to handle him. I mean, he's the only one that survived so far, being Captain America. And the Scarlet Witch, her father's Magneto, keep this in mind. She was with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and she's afraid of him. I actually want you to keep that in mind, because the Brotherhood has some pretty intense people, but she's afraid of this man. As he's wearing his Captain America costume, he takes it off and becomes the Punisher again. This is who he feels, who he is. This is, at this moment, this is what he feels about America. That you have to take it back. That you have to lay down vengeance. He can't bring his family back, but he can sure in the hell kill enough people. And the Punisher comes in, blowing people away, shooting them down, mowing them down, with no mercy. no quarter. As he just keeps hitting person after person, he draws his knife. This is why Frank Castle was selected. He's just as quick. He's just as deadly. He knows martial arts. And he's fought in a war. Granted, a much different war. You had to do a lot more things in Vietnam than you do in World War II. As he stands there over one of his victims, he leaves them to spread a message that the Punisher is coming. And he's coming to clean house. Now this is where Gyrich and good old Thunderbolt are a little worried, because they don't want it going public that the Punisher and Captain America are one. This bloodthirsty guy that's basically going through and murdering everyone. It wouldn't look too good if he was the mom and apple pie Captain America. So Falcon has a moment with him, and Falcon's always respected Captain America. And he tells him, if you're going to wear the uniform, you have to respect it. You have to respect who Captain America stood for. He stood for justice, not vengeance. And he brought up a good point. Why doesn't he wear it? Well, as you know, later on he does. But there he is, Punisher, with a big machine gun in the shield and the uniform on the floor, choosing vengeance over justice, blood over liberty. As he goes in, and he's just starting to clean house everywhere. I mean, anywhere that Captain America is supposed to go, the Punisher's been showing up. So people are starting to wonder, why is the Punisher showing up instead of Captain America? But all of a sudden, boom, a shield comes out of nowhere. A kick, a hit. And he says, you. Who is this you? Well, it's none other than Steve Rogers, the original Captain America. The big man himself. Like I keep saying, the ma and apple pie, Captain America stands before him. And he's here to rein in the Punisher. Bring him in. Talk to him. Captain America doesn't give up that easily on people. And he damn sure doesn't give up on a soldier, a fellow soldier that's been through it. They get into a fight. And of course, Punisher thinks he has the advantage. But wham! Captain America hits him so hard, he feels his ribs almost snap. And he asks how? How can you do that much damage? He's been hit by him before. As Captain America basically subdues him, tells him to calm down. He shows him. This was the price that Captain America paid for a life of duty. He was injured, so that happens to soldiers. And now he's all metal. But the thing is that he can't be Captain America anymore, because the shield has to be carried by a man, not a cyborg. The ideas of liberty must be protected by a man. That's the way he's always seen it. A soldier, not a machine. So Captain America, of course, they get back into the fight. Punisher jumps through, starts doing what the Punisher does, and he's getting ready to kill this boss. That bloodthirsty look on his face. He thinks of his family. Then he realizes, is this what his wife and children would have really wanted? Is he killing these people for them? Or is he doing it for himself? What would they want? They'd want him to be a good man. So he drops his gun, and Steve Rogers becomes the captain. Interesting costume. And Frank Castle, no longer the Punisher, becomes the Captain America, the first son of liberty himself. Justice, liberty, not vengeance. I'm Zappa Slater, and as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.